What's up, LaBrae fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of LaBrae football all season long, and really awful proud of it, all of us at YSN, to be a part of LaBrae football. Coach's Corner, playoff style for the LaBrae Vikings. Glad to be joined by the head ball coach of the LaBrae Vikings, Coach John Armeni. Coach, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Steve.
Couple things to get started. First of all, Coach, for all the LaBrae fans and all your following, you've had great support. Jeff Bezos and Billy McCartney will be doing the play-by-play, but a little announcement for all the LaBrae fans. Quality Switch Incorporated is now the proud sponsor of LaBrae football. LaBrae fans, they will pay for all the streaming fees for all LaBrae fans. So all you need to do is hop on ysnlive.com/LaBrae. There will be no charge for the LaBrae game, and you'll be able to watch that free. And Coach, maybe start in with that. Talk about a little bit. Obviously, tickets are limited with the COVID restrictions. We're proud of what we do to be able to stream your games. It's a fun, exciting football team to watch. That's pretty exciting when you hear you get a sponsor and all your community will be able to watch that game.
Yeah, that's amazing. I get phone calls and text messages from all kinds of people talking about the game, especially after a big win. And I'm not really sure how they know about the game because the highlights haven't played yet, but they've been watching the live feed. So that's been a really good luxury for high school football around the area.
Well, we appreciate you saying that. We're proud to be a part of LaBrae football for sure. Let's talk about last week's game. You head on over to Brookfield. You played in the regular season, didn't go the way you wanted to go. Before we get into the game, talk about your thoughts a little bit. I know you were a little beat up from what we understand in that first matchup. Talk about the plan of attack, and then we'll get into the football game.
We were pretty young to start off, too. We've been playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and we have a lot of strength in our junior class, too. So most of what we play is underclassmen. So we normally play that Brookfield game week 8 during the season. So by that time, we've been able to kind of acclimate our young kids to LaBrae football. But we played them early this year. And with the game being on TV, I think some of the nerves got to the young kids, and we really didn't put our best foot forward. So all week long, we were really kind of excited and really interested in kind of chomping at the bit to get another shot at them to show the area that, we're a much better football team than we put forth the first time around.
Well, there's no doubt it's a very improved football team from early on till now. We're with Coach Armeni. He's the head ball coach of the LaBrae Vikings. Coach's Corner, playoff style. They will play Wickliffe on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com/LaBrae. And like I said, Quality Switch is the proud sponsor for LaBrae football. So all LaBrae fans, hop on YSN and you'll be able to check out the Vikings for free. And we thank Quality Switch for that, no doubt. But Coach, you come around, you head over to Brookfield, and I'm going to tell you what, I was in the studio, and that football game from start to finish, maybe not from a coach's standpoint, but from a fan and an exciting standpoint, there were so many curves and turns in that football game. But one of the things that impressed me the most is Trevon Drake, 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. I know you're a big special teams guy. Talk about those 2 kick returns in that football game.
They're huge. That's the first play you get to do after a team scores a touchdown. So we kind of want to steal the momentum back if possible, and that's 5 this year, 5 kick returns for touchdowns. Trayvon has 3 and Aiden Stevens has 2. So we've been able to snatch some momentum back from some pretty good teams, after they get a chance to hit pay dirt, and 10 seconds later, we're back in the end zone. So it's a huge momentum shifter for us. And it really was in that game, especially this, right towards the end of the half. It allowed us, although we played pretty good football, Brookfield battled back, and it was a tie football game, heading there into halftime. And we really wanted to have the edge going into halftime. And Trayvon was able to give that to us with an impressive, I think it was 88 yards was the second one.
Yeah. 2 impressive returns. He's an outstanding athlete and showed off some of the speed that you have. And I look at that, and a lot of talent on your offense, Coach. Obviously, Devin Carter's the all-time leading rusher, Aiden Stevens, a quarterback. But one of the things that I'm impressed with in watching you and seeing some things from the studio, the offensive line, I think, does not maybe get the credit. I don't want to say the skilled guys get all the credit and glory, but
Yeah.
continue to move along in the playoffs. Your offense and defensive lines
Yeah.
have good for you. Talk about those guys a little bit.
You know, they've been a work in progress. You know, we tell our offensive line we've been an unfinished product all year long. You know, there's not a senior on our offensive front. So most of those guys are sophomores and juniors. You know, and they're big and strong, and you know, they're good kids and they're hard workers. But you know, you need a little bit of a maturation process up front. You know, because good teams are going to have some really gritty defenders that you really can't simulate in practice, especially at a Division VI school. So they don't see that look on the scout team very often, you know, and they had to grow up pretty quickly. We were banged up, especially at the skill positions early on in the year, and we really relied on those guys, you know, to get better week in and week out. So, you know, we really rally around the one senior that we play up front is Anthony Harris. You know, he's a 4-year starter for us at different positions, linebacker, offensive line. And we really rally around him. Anthony brings a lot of energy, you know, to the game, and is kind of the leader, the vocal leader up front. You know, and we have a big hoss at right tackle that we've been leaning on a lot. Noah Petrie, you know, is leading our team at Pancakes right now. He's our strongest kid, you know, 6'1", 275 offensive tackle. So we like running the football behind him. He's kind of given us a little bit of physicality up front, you know, to get back that running game, which has been rolling the last few weeks, and it needs to continue for us to beat Wickliffe.
Well, let's keep it rolling. We're with Coach Armeni, the head coach of the LaBrae Vikings. They'll play Wickliffe Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have it on YSN. We'll get into that. Okay, Coach, I got to ask. We talked on the scoreboard show. You're in overtime. You score. You get the extra point. You're up 7. A lot of conversations we had after that. Brookfield scores. As you were on defense, were you anticipating them going for 2 and going for the win right there?
Yeah, they had a few injury timeouts, and they actually used all 3 of their timeouts on that last drive. By the way they were kind of milking the clock, we kind of got the inclination that they were trying to finish the game off, maybe score and go for 2. And we had some time there on the touchdown run. You know, Hayden Gibson made a pretty incredible play. He kind of did a John Elway helicopter. He got hit, went sideways. Yeah, I mean, it was impressive. You know, he doesn't wear red and gray, but he was still pretty impressive. So he was kind of slow to get off the field, so it allowed us to get the kids, you know, and get in their ear a little bit. And we kind of guessed that they would go for 2 there, or else that game might have never ended. We might have played until Sunday morning. I think Coach Clark said in the paper that, you know, it was either go for 2 or play 9 overtimes, and that really might have been the case there. So we kind of thought the whole way that they were going to go for 2. So it allowed us, we kind of had something in our back pocket, a little blitz that we thought we could create some heat off the edge. You know, and when they run pass routes, they were, you know, they run what we call slouch. It's a slant by number 1 and an out route by number 2. We thought maybe they would call that. So we switched responsibilities with our DBs, and it was, you know, our defensive coordinator, Colin Dotson, made a really good call. And that's exactly what they ended up doing. So we got, you know, little preparation meets luck there.
Now, preparation is good. Shout out to the defensive coordinator. Shout out to coach. And you executed it very well. Got pressure, was not able to do much with the football, and you get the win. We talked on the scoreboard show. I enjoy – you've coached at a lot of great places, Coach. You do a great job at LaBrae.
Thank you.
Right now, it has to be exciting for your community and for this football team, being as young as you are, like you said.
Yeah, you know, going into the year, we thought we could be pretty good, but we weren't really quite sure how quickly we would mature, you know, and then we hit some bumps in the road, and you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried with how quickly they would respond. And it's really been a special kind of turnaround. You know, they kind of gelled at the right time. We got healthy at the right time. You know, and we really pride ourselves on working pretty hard, you know, and I know there's a lot of special coaches and teams in the Valley, you know, and I'd like to think that we work as hard as any of them. So I think when those kind of things line up for you, you know, given the right circumstances, you can have some success. And you know, we're you know, we've been lucky. We've been in the playoffs. You know, this is our 4th time Obviously, everybody kind of got in this time around, but I think we earned our way into. I think we would have been in with the Harbin points. I think we just won a playoff game. With 2 top 8 teams with us in Brookfield, so we feel pretty good about it right now. But we're really try to focus on not having a letdown here. Big wins, and sometimes the kids feel a little accomplished. We try to say in no uncertain terms that we really haven't accomplished anything yet. You got to have bigger goals. So,
no doubt. How hard is it after a game like that? Were they in and ready to go and get on to the next week? The normal reaction, I mean, you have to. That's a hard one to put away real fast when it's as exciting as that. How have they done this week in preparation for Wickliffe? How long did it take?
I think they might have been ready before I was.
Sure.
I was kind of emotionally spent. I didn't sleep much Saturday night. My adrenaline was kind of flowing. But they turn the page pretty quickly. Young kids are pretty resilient, so they turn the page pretty quickly. We've been digesting Wickliffe now for 72 hours. And like I said, it's a difficult matchup. They're physical. They do some things that we don't see very often, but it's not the first time we've played them. So we have a little bit of a history with them, and I think the kids, are excited about that.
No doubt. We're with Coach Armeni, the head ball coach of the LaBrae Vikings. YSN Coach's Corner playoff style, sponsored by Quality Switch Incorporated. They will be the sponsor, LaBrae fans, for the football game Saturday night. YSNlive.com/LaBrae. Hop on there. They will pick up all the fees for that game. So all you LaBrae fans enjoy watching this quality, exciting football team play Saturday night and bring a W home from Wickliffe. All right, Coach, talk to the fans a little bit. Let the LaBrae community know. Talk a little bit about Wickliffe and what you're expecting to see.
They run a little wing tee, and they really rally around their running back number 2, Chase Fortenkamp, is pretty physical, big 6'2", 220 kid. So they like to get him off inside. They have some other skill where they'll try to get a little outside with wing sweep. And their best offensive lineman, I would say, is number 77, plays a little right guard for them, plays defensive end, and he's a really tough customer. So they got some good football players. We know they're going to bring it. They're not unlike us. They don't have a lot of kids, but what they have, the kids play really hard. So I think it'll be a really good matchup. 2 very different styles, though. I think they are like 95% of their offense is running. I've only seen two passes on 4 films that I've gotten a chance to watch, and it's boot, which is kind of a wing tee staple.
Right.
And we do a lot of different things. We're very multiple. My offensive coordinator, Joe McConnell, is very creative. We added a few wrinkles this week that we think we can exploit some things that, that they'll show. So I think you'll see, one team that's trying to run and gun it a little bit, get it outside, have our quarterback throw it around a little bit. And I think you'll get another team that's going to try to, really play physical, ball control offense. So,
well, I'll take the quick scores. I'm gonna go that route. I like the style that you guys play, and I think defensively, you're going to step up to the challenge. And this is an opportunity to go get another playoff win. But Coach, before we let you go, I just want to wish you the best of luck. You, your staff, the kids. It's been a pleasure to have you be a part of YSN, and we were given an opportunity to stream, which is a new thing for all of us. But the community has supported LaBrae football very well, and we're pleased with this opportunity for all your fans to be able to hop on and enjoy this game with no fees. So best of luck Saturday night. Again, you represent this football team very well. You do a great job with your staff and your kids, and you do things the right way. So best of luck. Let's go get Wickliffe, and hopefully, Coach, we could talk again next week. And for LaBrae fans, we're going to try to have a player profile here the next couple days with Devin Carter, the all-time leading rusher at LaBrae. We look forward to that. But Coach, have fun. Enjoy the next couple days of practice. Go beat Wickliffe, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for all that you do. This was something that this Valley needed. And it's been a really, really, really great service for all of us.
Well, we appreciate you saying that. And like I said, the studio was buzzing last week, and all eyes will be on the studio. I'll be watching, and go beat Wickliffe and have some fun.
Thank you. We'll see what we can do for an encore.
All righty, John. Good luck. Have a good night.
Thank you, Coach.